Be honest. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll behave today," only to end the night with a fork in one hand and pure regret in the other? One minute you're nibbling, the next you're inhaling food like you're preparing for winter hibernation. But here's the weird part. Most overeating has nothing to do with hunger. Your stomach isn't the mastermind here. Your brain is running the show. Today, we're diving into the wild world of cravings, habits, hormones, and sneaky psychological tricks that make you eat way, way more than you think you do. Right here, on History of Food. Let's start with the truth your stomach doesn't want you to know. It's not in charge. Your brain has a reward center called the nucleus accumbens, and every time you eat something tasty, it shoots out dopamine, your yes please chemical. The problem? Dopamine doesn't care if you're full. Dopamine wants fun. This is why you can finish a full meal and still somehow have space for dessert. Your stomach is like, "We're done." But your brain is like, "But what if ice cream?" And this reward cycle is so strong that just seeing or smelling food can activate it. That's why scrolling through food videos at 2 a.m. suddenly makes you crave things you don't even have at home. Here's something tragic. Your brain takes around 20 minutes to realize you're full. 20 minutes. That means every time you eat quickly, you're basically outrunning your body's warning system. You're on plate 2 while your brain is still processing plate 1. Even worse, fullness isn't just physical, it's visual. Studies show people feel fuller when they see a lot of food, even if the calories are the same. That's why eating from a deep bowl messes with you. Your eyes can't tell your stomach to calm down. And yes, this is exactly how just one more bite turns into wow, I regret everything. Even smart, disciplined people fall for the portion size effect. When you're given a bigger plate, a taller glass, or a huge serving size, your brain automatically assumes it's normal to eat more. You don't decide to eat more. Your brain quietly nudges you into it. Here's how deep this goes. Movie popcorn buckets equals you'll finish them even if the popcorn is stale. Family-size snacks equals your brain doesn't care that you're not a family. Restaurant plates equals often twice what you'd serve at home. Your brain uses visual cues, not hunger, to decide when to stop. And food companies know this. They make portions bigger, not to feed you, but to feed your psychology. Humans don't just eat food, we feel food. Stressful day, carbs, feeling lonely, chocolate, celebration, cake, sad, also cake. That's because emotional eating gives you fast relief, at least temporarily. Stress triggers the hormone cortisol, which increases appetite and makes high-fat, high-sugar foods extra appealing. It's not a lack of willpower. It's your brain trying to keep you calm. Food becomes a coping tool, not just fuel. And the tricky part? It works, just long enough to turn into a habit. Let's talk about food engineering. Yes, that's a real thing. A lot of modern food is built around something called the Bliss point. The ideal mix of sugar, salt, and fat that makes a food unbelievably satisfying but not overwhelming. Chips, donuts, cheese fries, your favorite snacks? They're scientifically optimized to light up your dopamine system without ever triggering too much. That's why it's hard to stop eating them. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. The food is just that well designed. And no, broccoli does not naturally compete with this. Sorry, broccoli. What's more, these hyperpalatable foods can hijack your brain's reward circuits in ways similar to addictive substances. Over time, you might find yourself craving these snacks even when you're not hungry, chasing that comforting dopamine high. This cycle creates strong habits and makes resisting those last couple of fries exceptionally challenging. You know that thing where you open the fridge just because you're bored? Or eat at the same time every day, even if you're not hungry, or automatically grab a snack when you watch a movie? That's habit, and your brain loves habit. It saves energy by repeating familiar behaviors without thinking. Over time, overeating becomes automatic. Same environment, same time, same mood, and same action. You're not choosing to overeat. You're repeating a deeply learned routine. Believe it or not, we eat differently depending on who we're with. When we're with friends, we eat more. When someone eats fast, we speed up. When everyone orders dessert, well, you already know what happens. This effect is called social facilitation, and it's incredibly strong. We subconsciously mirror people's behavior to fit in, bond, and keep up. It's human nature, and it's also why eating healthy alone becomes accidentally eating like a Viking feast when you're with friends. If you've ever overeaten after a bad night's sleep, guess what? There's science behind that too. Lack of sleep lowers leptin, the I'm full hormone, and raises ghrelin, the feed me now hormone. The result? Your brain thinks you're starving, even if you just ate. Tired people crave heavier, sugary foods because the brain wants fast energy. That's why I'll sleep later often turns into, why am I eating pancakes at midnight? Here's the twist in all of this. Most overeating isn't a personal failure. It's predictable. Your brain evolved to seek energy, avoid starvation, love routine, bond socially, and crave reward. All useful traits 200,000 years ago, but a little chaotic in a world with pizza delivery. You overeat because your biology was built for survival, not for self-control. And when you combine biology, emotions, habit, and modern food engineering, overeating becomes incredibly easy. But here's the good news. Once you understand why you overeat, you can finally start working with your psychology instead of fighting it. So why do we overeat? Because your brain is powerful, emotional, reward-driven, and easily tricked. And modern food is designed to take full advantage of that. And here's something most people don't realize. Overeating isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign that your brain is responding exactly the way it was designed to. From childhood patterns to stress hormones to clever food marketing, your appetite is shaped long before you even sit down to eat. But awareness is your secret weapon. When you understand your cravings, habits, and triggers, you can start making choices that feel good and support your health without guilt. You don't need to eat perfectly. You just need to understand why you eat the way you do. And now, you're officially smarter than your stomach. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.